Welcome back to the program. This is Coach on the Clock. I'm your host, James McKnight. We have an excellent program lined up for you today. We got a couple topics we're going to talk about when it comes to the rookies. We got a couple of things we're going to talk about with some of the trending things that's going on around the league. And none better to do that than my guest host today, Mr. Adanye Gabadia. Welcome to the program, my man.
Thank you very much, James. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So I know you got some things that you want to discuss and some trending stuff that's going around the league. So what's on your plate right now?
Absolutely. As we can see for our followers on Twitter and Facebook, a lot of people are mentioning Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. We want your professional opinion on that.
Awesome, man. You know, one of the things, you know, the Patriots team that I played, you know, those guys were dominant. They knew they were dominant, but what made them dominant was the nucleus of players that they had in the locker room. They had the Mike Rabels, they had the Teddy Bruschi, they had Tom Brady, they had running backs that was able to get the job done. And I think that these guys right now, Tom Brady have a lot of young guys that have a lot of talent, but they don't know how to be leaders.
Okay.
And I think he's one of the guys that he's a leader, and he's trying to get those guys to come up to his level. They don't know how to play at that level right now because there's no veterans in the locker room to really teach them how to study film, teach them the tempo of practice, teach them. And I think the coaches are trying to pull it out of the guys, but they're just not there yet. And so you're going to see the New England Patriots, I think, continue to struggle right now because they don't know the Belichick way.
Okay.
And I think that's what made them successful in the past.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another topic we see is the New York Giants and Eli Manning and their performance and their offensive coordinator all seem like they're intact right now. Please just give us opinion on that.
Well, I think Tom Coughlin, being the veteran coach that he is, he has a long tenure in the NFL right now, and he's over 10 years with the New York Giants, and he know the breastplate of his players. He know the pulse of those players, and he's adjusted from being an ironclad coach to a coach that's becoming a player's coach.
Okay.
And so right now he knows his quarterback Eli Manning. He already changed the offense because he wanted Eli to have something fresh and new, and he wanted him to learn again. And so now Eli is getting adjusted to that offense. But better than that, the players believe in the system. They're buying into the system, and now they're playing with efficiencies. They're not turning the ball over. They're not making special team bonehead plays. And Eli Manning is looking really, really sharp in this new West Coast offense. So these guys are having a great season. They're turning their season around in the last 2 weeks, and look for the New York Giants to be in the playoff hunt at the end of the season.
Absolutely, they are looking good. And we're actually going to park right there over the Oakland Raiders, and we're going to talk about Dennis Allen and how Dennis Allen has been recently fired.
Interesting.
And please, you know, they've just picked up offensive line coach Tony Soprano, actually elevated him from his recent position as an offensive line. Please let us know what's going on in the Oakland.
Oakland Raiders are, you know, they're a product of their own doing. That organization are used to hiring and firing people. The coaches, they don't have a long tenure there. They probably have in the last 10 years, they've hired and fired the most coaches league-wide. Wow. And so if I'm a head coach, the good ones, they're going to shy away from going out to Oakland, and a lot of Oakland coaches are first-time coaches, but they have a short lease. And so right now, I think that from a general manager's perspective, you know, they haven't been drafting well in the draft, but I think they have a good core nucleus of players right now. I like this Oakland Raiders football team roster, and I think Coach Sperano, you know, he has coaching experience. He's been with the Miami Dolphins. He was successful with the Miami Dolphins, and I think he would be able to handle those and fill in that in the interim position as the head coach. But right now, the players got to start buying into him, buying into his leadership, because he's now coaching coaches and leading coaches that he didn't pick, and so now they have to trust him. They got to follow him. So the Oakland Raiders, they may continue to struggle. I like Derek Carr. I like the way he's throwing the ball around right now. He's got a few bangs and bruises right now because the offensive line is not gelling, which is Coach Sperano's position. So if we can get that offensive line to protect that young kid, I think Oakland can salvage a decent season, but they're not looking at the playoffs no time soon. Okay,
lastly, with the bye week coming up, what do you think Coach Sperano is going to do to prepare his coaches for the following game?
You know, I think Coach Sperano right now, he has to put his thumbprint on this team. You know, he got to make it his team. He's got to get these guys to buy into his philosophy and his way of doing things, and they got to throw whatever Coach Allen was doing previously. They got to throw that out the window and say, hey, you guys, if we're going to salvage the season, if we're going to turn this team around, we got to make a shift. and that shift is in your practice efforts. That shift is in your playbook. That shift is in watching film and studying your opponent. And so once those guys do those things right there, I think that collective efforts will show on the football field. This is Coaches on the Clock. Coach on the Clock. We had an awesome program. Thank you for being in the program. I look forward to you to joining me again sometime.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you guys again next time.